On October 14, Australians will be casting their votes in a historic referendum. And it's all about recognizing and empowering the indigenous people by creating a representative body. This body will have the power to provide non binding advice to the Parliament. And today we are here to give you all the crucial details about Australia's Voice to Parliament campaign. Let's dive right in. The indigenous people of Australia are the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities constituting approximately 3.8% of the country's population. With a history spanning over 60,000 years, over 800,000 indigenous individuals and their forebears have called this land their home. These communities comprise numerous distinct groups, each with unique histories, traditions, and languages. The indigenous population of Australia experienced a significant decline following the commencement of British colonization in 1788. This decline was attributed to various factors, including land dispossession, exposure to new diseases, labor under harsh conditions resembling slavery, and violence perpetrated by colonizers. The marginalization of Australia's First Nations people has continued until recent years. Across most socio-economic measures, Aboriginal people in Australia fall behind national averages. They also bear a disappropriate burden of challenges with significantly higher rates of suicide, domestic violence, and imprisonment. Tragically, their life expectancy lags behind that of non-Indigenous Australians by approximately 8 years. During the years spanning from 1910 to 1970s, a heartbreaking reality unfolded in Australia. Approximately 1 in every 3 Indigenous children was torn from their families in a misguided effort to integrate them into white society. It wasn't until 2008 that the government issued a formal apology for the grave injustice inflicted upon the stolen generation. Indigenous people in former British colonies continue to grapple with marginalization. Yet some nations have made more progress in upholding their rights and well-being. Canada recognizes the rights of its Indigenous people under the Constitution Act 1982. New Zealand's Treaty of Waitangi, established in 1840, includes commitments to safeguard Maori culture. The nation has also introduced Maori parliamentary seats, providing the Indigenous community with the choice to vote for candidates in these seats or take part in general election. Australia began including Indigenous people in this census data following a constitutional amendment referendum in 1967, over 6 decades after the nation's establishment in 1901. In 2017, approximately 250 First Nations representatives convened at Uluru, a sacred monolith landmark in central Australia, advocating for the inclusion of a First Nations voice with the constitution. The proposal was dismissed by the Conservative government in office at that time. Fast forward to 2022, when Anthony Albanese from the Labour Party became the Prime Minister of Australia. He pledged that Australians would have an opportunity to express their views through a referendum concerning the integration of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander voice in Parliament. Recent opinion polls for this month reveal that more Australians are leaning towards voting no in the upcoming referendum rather than yes. This referendum stands as a central issue for Prime Minister Albanese, and he has invested a significant portion of his political capital in it. Backing the referendum are Albanese's Labour Party, the left-wing Greens Party, various independent lawmakers, numerous welfare organizations, and national religious and ethno-religious groups. However, they are opponents from both ends of the political spectrum. Independent Indigenous Senator Lydia Thorpe left the Green Party due to concerns about the voice proposal. Advocating for a treaty between the government and indigenous people are keen to arrangements in New Zealand and Canada. On the other side, the Conservative Liberal Party and the rural-based National Party stand against the proposal and are urging Australians to vote no. These parties have a long-standing coalition agreement. The No campaign, also known as the Recognise a Better Way campaign, proposes the establishment of an all-party parliamentary committee to focus on the rights to native title holders instead of creating a voice to parliament through a referendum.
Subscribe to One India channel and never miss an update.